going to hydrate today because I didn't hydrate at all yesterday. How the hell is that survival? I'll tell you one thing about Atlanta, it's fucking hot. I come into this 4.5-star hotel, fucking redneck in it, in a grocery bag.
I did too.
I don't care. You rolling?
Mm-hmm.
Day 2. About to get at it. Last night at the pit, I got a combat cock. Want to touch it? Let's go to day 2. Let's go.
Are you not going to explain what that is in further detail?
Nope. I'm here at S.O.E, Special Operations Equipment, for those of you that doesn't know that. Shouldn't be too many of you. John, if you would, introduce yourself.
And I'm John Willis, Special Operations Equipment. Started the company 25 years ago, became legitimate really 20 years ago, and we've just been running. We were in San Diego, and now we're in Tennessee, and right now we're here in Atlanta for Blade Show, our 3rd year at Blade. We did this is the most expensive bag in the world, is what we call this. And it's just a bag with a bunch of Cobra buckles. There's 6 of them in the world. We built one in this co-branded material here with the Tiffin company. We put a bolt bag out, which everybody talks about, the bolt bags. You can't get a bolt bag hardly ever, much less with Louis Vuitton print on it. So we just built some crazy shit, put Cobra buckles all over it, just because guys will talk about it at the show, you know.
Oh yeah.
A couple micro rigs, same type of thing. Cobra buckles, totally overkill. Nobody needs them, but dudes see that shit and they just love it. So we built a couple pieces just kind of to show off. Other than that, it's our normal stuff. We've got all of our small micro chest rigs. Stuff for this show is a little different. There's not a lot of warfighters walking around, so we just brought the fun shit. The pouches, the zippered knife pouches, dog leashes, ID carriers, all of our patches. You can kind of pan around and see all this shit. We just come out here to have fun. Number one question we get asked is, guys are like, how's the show going? The honest answer is I don't have a fucking clue how the show's going. We didn't even count the money yesterday. I have no idea. We do this show because I love coming to Atlanta and hanging out. Everybody that walks in here goes, I watch your YouTube videos. Thanks, man. I love your Facebook posts. I work in the service industry. We literally come to this show just to shake hands and meet these guys. And it helps because we call it S.O.E family. They come out and meet us. These guys actually know us. So when they're online and some guy's going, those guys are assholes. Man, he was the nicest dude in the world to us. He knows the name of my kid. He remembers my kid from last year. So it gives my guys a chance to get out of town. We brought 11 people into town with us this year. We got 2 kids who have never even been out of Camden. We live in a tiny ass town. We don't even have a movie theater. We got a Walmart, that's it. Yeah. So we get those kids out of town and we get to hang out and they get to see another part of the world. And, they work their asses off and they know what we do in-house, but they have no idea really how big the brand is. And these guys come up from having just seen them in video and they're like, hey man, you're Yoda. And so it's awesome for these guys. So that's why we do Blade Show.
If I stumbled across this guy, I found him alone in the corner. His name's Larry Roberts. If you don't know that, then you're probably alone living under a rock. I'm not supposed to mention much, but every time you see somebody alone, you kind of want to give them a talk. So anyway, how you doing, Larry?
Doing good, man.
I'm glad to find you. You were busy just a second ago. There was a big crowd around you.
I was having a good time.
Okay, so real quick, can we just talk about how well the Genesis was treating you when you were in a location?
Well, I'll talk about how well it treated me before I left on my little adventure. And if you see pictures, I've got it up on my channel on YouTube. And
Check his channel out.
yep, I had a good patina on it before I ever left. So it's not like some brand new knife that I was like, oh, let's just check this out and see. I've used that knife a lot before I left. I've done things to the sheath with it. I wet formed it. I treated it with birch oil. Did a lot of things. And that Genesis, I knew, I mean, that's why I took it. I knew it was going to perform for me, and it did perform for me before I ever left. And it was an awesome knife.
So, would you consider it your favorite, like one of your favorite designs to lean on, basically?
The Genesis is by far my favorite knife.
Okay.
It is my favorite bushcraft knife. It is the best bushcraft knife I've ever found.
Right. All right. Now, Larry has a legend out there. He's done a couple of things I don't know if I could pull off, even if I tried. One-handed flint and steel fire with no char cloth, and a one-handed bow drill fire. Am I right?
That's right.
You got those videos up?
Absolutely.
I'm gonna have to go watch them. I'm gonna have to learn something. How did that happen?
Well, Chris Tanner
Yep.
offered to showcase my channel. He's like, dude, you're doing some really cool skills. You don't have a lot of subs. Do a video for me, and I'll put it on my channel. So the one-handed flint steel fire is actually up on his channel. But if you take horsehoof fungus is the type of fungus that grows on a birch tree. You saw it up, and that will actually take a spark from flint and steel. It's not easy, but it will. And I used a belt buckle similar to what I have on right here, and I just propped my belt up, and I put my foot on it, and just started hitting it with a rock, a nice piece of flint, and caught a spark, and made a fire out of it. Now the one-arm bow drill, I stole that idea from, well, first of all, I messed up my thumb, so I had to do a lot of one-arm bushcraft. And I thought, how can I do a one-arm bow drill? Well, I started messing around with it. It took me a long time to make a set with one arm. I used a hatchet, and I used the set. And I saw Dual Survival, and I saw Matt Graham on there use a leaning log for a bearing block. And I thought, oh man, I'm gonna steal that idea. So I mean, that's his idea. But I just sat out there and messed with it, and finally got it to go.
Nice. Well, coming from me, that's bushcraft, bro.
Thanks,
That's
man.
bushcraft.
Thanks.
I know I'm all tacked out right now, but I'm bushcraft too. But man, that's awesome.
Thank you very
for
much.
talking to us.
You bet.
Okay, stumbling around, I come across LT Wright. So, how's it going, LT?
Good.
Basically, you guys have been doing really well. How you been doing all year?
Really fantastic. We've actually added a guy or two in the shop, so we're pretty excited about that. We've had some new models with some new steels come out. We have some of our guys competing in the Worlds today that's going to be happening outside in the cutting competition, so we're excited about that. We've had two of our knives show up on the show alone this year. You've been with Larry for a little bit. So we had Larry Roberts here, and Mike has carried the Jesmic on the show. So a lot of really cool stuff going on.
Yeah.
Excited.
You guys,
All fun.
you guys are becoming the name in the bushcraft community. I mean, there's a few guys out there, but I mean, to me, there's like three, and you guys are one of the three.
Well, we appreciate
Right up there
that.
on top. So,
And we thank you for helping promote us too.
hey,
So,
no
all
problem.
your support.
You got the new models. We'll take a look at those in a sec. But I just wanted to come out,
Oh,
say
man.
hi, put that hand in his, and say
Thank you for all you do for us.
thanks for making
Okay.
great stuff.
You got it.
All right, we're gonna look at those new models.
We've been working with the guys at Ben's Backwoods and Leicester River Bushcraft, and they have designed the Lagone. This knife rocks.
I
for a
held
bush
one of
knife.
those a few minutes ago, and I'm impressed with it. I like that a
Simplicity
lot.
to the max, and it's just crazy cool.
I mean, little bitty blade height, nice sharp scanning, and this handle with this flat ovular shape, the torque. I
Yeah.
mean, the control you can get.
Yeah, and it's selling quite well. Very pleased with it.
What's it going for?
These sell, I think, at retail at about $160.
$160.
Yeah. So
And
those,
the- and
and
the
they
nice-
come with a good sheath, just
Nice.
our standard open
Yeah.
eyelets, drop danglers, fire steel loops, you name it. good.
I might walk away with one of those.
Yeah, those are cool. Now, we're excited about this AEBL steel. We're getting it from Austria. A company in Cleveland is getting it to us. What we've done is we've taken some of our standard patterns plus a few new ones. These are actually new for us, our Northern Hunters. But our standard patterns, we're taking them and we drop back to 3/32 on the thickness with a full convex grind, still getting Rockwells between 57 and 59 in a stainless that's performing phenomenal. We're getting great results with those pieces.
So you're getting, I'm guessing you're getting some really nice edge retention.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And
We've got
keen edges.
We made 10 of them to start with, sent them out to all the guys that we know in the Pow House for reviews, and nothing negative enough to go, hey, don't use that steel. I mean, it was just little tiny things, and usually they were my fault for the way I made it, so it wasn't the steel's thing. And then the JX3, this was a co-design Peter Kohler knife. I'm sure you're familiar with Pete.
Yeah.
And Chris Tanner, and we are doing a production run for them. This is in an A2 full convex, and what a sweet little piece. Put that in your hand.
Oh yeah. Now, last year, I talked to Chris a little bit about his Jessica X over at the Schrade booth, and I asked him if he had a companion knife for that one, and he pulled out the Peter Kohler produced version of this. And I think the handle's got a little bit of change to it.
Yeah, just a little bit. Got to put the thumb scallops in.
Yeah.
And we, again, doing a production run of that same style knife. So it's good for a price point. $175, comes with a beautiful sheath, good setup.
All right.
But that's kind of what we've got new. Right now, I had some kitchen knives here earlier that we've designed. They sold out in 20 minutes. I couldn't.
It's not
believe
even
it.
fair.
I know.
I couldn't even get them on camera.
I couldn't believe it. I came back to show somebody and they were gone. And I was like, well, that was that. So we'll have them next year.
Well, any time in between?
Yeah, I'll probably, let's say Christmas-ish.
Christmas-ish? Well, don't push them. All right. Well, LT, it's been a pleasure,
man,
as
thank you very
always.
much.
I love this booth. Come check this booth. Go to his website. Join the Pound House. Do it all. I'll see you later. Okay, so Blade Show is pretty much wrapped up. The only thing we got left is to get some dinner and to go down to the pit tonight and hang out. Maybe let a few more things happen. But I'll show you my haul. I got my my pass, my exhibitor's pass. Or passport or whatever badge holder. I've got my M4 micro rig, and I got this gym bag all multicam. And to tie it all together, I stopped and talked to Julio at 710 Custom Sheaths, and I got my multicam BK21 sheath, which I was desperately needing. And so there we go. That all matches. He gave me a really cool bottle cap with no beer. No beer with that bottle cap. But and then I went back to Mr. Ben Singer's table, Mr. Jim Ben Singer, and I got the bolo I was looking at. I fell in love with this thing. Big knives have a place in my heart, so I decided to fill it once again with a Ben Singer bolo. You will see it more and more. So, I mean, if you watch this and you still haven't made the decision that making the trip to Blade Show is a good idea, you're wrong. Come out. This is, if you're a knife nut, if you're an outdoors fanatic, if you love guns and tactical gear, I mean, come out here. It's fun. It's where you should be. It is where you can meet friends, keep friends, lifelong friends, have a great time. So maybe next time, I'll see you then.